Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a squad from the Pac-12, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moving past the 25. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. And get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Ball handed off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback. Finding his receiver just dragging underneath cover.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Trying to run it. It's Pena. Got space, looking to score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
And the extra point was up and good. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route, the catch made. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
My gosh, this defense heard all week about stopping this receiver. If you're going to do anything to have a chance to win, you got to stop this guy. In the very first play of the game, first down and big yards.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting.
Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And it's a bunch formation. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening them.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
The Pirates will have 1st and 10 here. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. He's going to take off here. Running through the tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
The Pirates trying to cash in here in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. The offense eager to keep this drive going. They're facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. Right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Finding some room at the 25. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
East Carolina, 3.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They've had to settle for field goals. That won't work anymore. They got to find the end zone this time. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's going to take another shot right here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping him out of the end zone.
Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. They go up 18 after the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Jacksonville State, 21. East Carolina, 3.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Testing the right side here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Jacksonville State, 21, East Carolina, 3.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Here we go.
And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the catch. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Let's go.
Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Gets into space at the 50. A big play moves the ball across midfield, the opponent's 43.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Split backfield here. Short throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Will he score here? Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed in the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look at him out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback dropping back. This time it's complete. Breaks loose at the 45. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
1st and goal, a good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. The Pirates will line up here on 1st down and goal.
Green 25.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
East Carolina, 10.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it, and you can't hold on to the football.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense facing 2nd and goal.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline.
Well, they're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
Down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone.
Go!
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Pirates.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose to tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Got him. He's sacked. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the punt team now on to kick it away. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be 1st down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback drops back. Here's a target, and it's complete. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. The Pirates will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Now, the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
42 Spider.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Avila. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. The pass rush closing in. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
East Carolina, 24.
And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now.
Here we go. Yep.
And they get the second half started with a running play. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's caught downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Looking to throw yet again. And he lofts it deep over the middle. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Strong fight back.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Offense still out there, down by 5. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion and make this a 3-point game.
Get set, go!
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline. Looks like he stays in, and they add 2 more points to the lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The Jacksonville State offense back out on the field now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Take it now, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a circle breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
First down and 10 now. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle made after a big gain.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The back's got it again. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. Linebacker shifting around now. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Defense looking for a stop on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. They keep feeding the running back, but he's had nowhere to go tonight. They've been dominated at the line of scrimmage.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Another big game by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter.
East Carolina, 32.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play.
Come on, set.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Touchdown, Pirates. And the comeback is on. Now the all-important extra point. PAT is good, but still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Jacksonville State offense again. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain. Get closer to midfield.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And now the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They're going to run it. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
That's an important first down on that running play. On the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He's going to hand this off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage in the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds an open target on the left side. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Carolina's offense heads back out on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, East Carolina. And they've come all the way back to tie it. What a turnaround here. Kick is up and good. They're up by a point here in the final minutes. Can they hold on? kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. So one play moves the ball to the 41. Another first down. Movement here from the tight end. First down. Looking to throw the football. Escapes the pocket. And he'll scramble for a first down and importantly get out of bounds to stop the clock. That's a smart play.
Well, the defense had an opportunity here to really kind of seal this game, and instead they allow the quarterback scramble to pick up some big yards and get a first down and get out of bounds.
Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. A big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense set up with first and goal now after the penalty. And they'll take a knee. That'll set up a potential go-ahead field goal. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. What a moment for this kicker, a chance to put his team on top in the final minutes of this game. And that'll do it. We have a national champion with the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks.